Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I have an announcement. I don't talk a lot about my professional life as a military officer on this channel. I want to primarily focus about just finance and investing that can apply to everyone. But this week was a special week for me because I officially promoted to the rank of captain in the Air Force. So I've got my OCP cap updated, I got my flight cap updated. And this is kind of a big deal for an officer because we don't promote that often. You go from second lieutenant to first lieutenant after 2 years, and then captain after 4 years. And for a majority of officers, that's the last rank they'll ever see. They don't make it to the 10-year mark because more than half of officers usually get out after 4 or 6 years. I don't know what my future holds in the military. I don't know if I will stay in past this assignment or my next assignment, so potentially captain will be the last rank I ever hold. And because my YouTube channel focuses on finance and investing, I feel obligated to share my finances with you, to explain exactly how much I'm holding in my brokerage account or my retirement account, or even, yes, how much money I make. So in today's video, let's go over the numbers. We're going to do two hypothetical examples of kind of the scale and range that a captain in the military can make, and then we'll go over my specific numbers, exactly how much money I make and then how much I'm spending per month. The first bit of confusion that we have to clear up is that the word captain means something different in different branches. So if you're a captain in the Navy, like Captain Crunch, you're an O-6. A captain in the Navy is in charge of a ship. If you're a captain in the Army, Air Force, or Marines, then you're an O-3, and you're just a senior CGO, company grade officer. Why the different branches of the military use the same word, I don't know, tradition. An O-6 in the Army or Air Force is a lieutenant colonel, and an O-3 in the Navy is a lieutenant. And how much money officers or even enlisted people make in the military, this is public information. If you know somebody's rank, time in service, duty station, career field, and whether or not they're married or have dependents, you can determine exactly how much money they make. So this is public information. People don't normally talk about it just because, once again, talking about money or finances is kind of taboo. But once again, on this channel, I just want full disclosure. Let's go over the numbers. First thing that we need is the military pay chart for the year 2020, that is this year. So if you just Google military pay chart, you can find it. This will give you the entire pay scale. The E's are enlisted, the W's are warrant officers, the O1 through O3 E's are prior enlisted who became officers. At the top it gives you how many years of service. And then the O's are the officers. O1 is lieutenant, second lieutenant, O2 first lieutenant, O3 is captain. Now, most captains are between the service years of 4 and 8 years. Usually by the 10-year mark, you should be a major. There are captains with less than 2 years experience. If you are a chaplain or a JAG or a nurse or a doctor, depending on your prior experience, you can come in immediately at zero year with the rank of captain. But more than 90% of captains are between this 4, 6, and 8 year mark. So these are the dollar amounts that they're making per month. That is, of course, just their base pay. We now need to figure out BAS and BAH. BAS stands for Basic Allowance for Subsistence. This is a food allowance. Enlisted people get $372 a month. Officers get $256 a month. To figure out BAH, you can go, there's a couple websites that have calculators. You just need to know the zip code and then whether they're married or have dependents or not. For fun, on this website, it actually tells you the 10 areas with the highest BAH rates. So San Francisco, California, basically California and New England have the highest. And then the areas with the 10 lowest BAHs. So for whatever reason, Johnstown, Pennsylvania has the lowest BAH rate in the country. You can easily look up the zip codes for these cities and then calculate the BAH when you plug in a zip code. For example, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. For an O3 with dependents, they're getting a BAH of 1,104 a month. Without dependents, 936. For San Francisco, O-3 with dependents, $4,845 a month. O-3 without dependents, $4,740. So first, let's do our two examples. And the first one is a single, exactly the 4-year mark, stationed in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Is it possible to be stationed there? Probably not. Unless you're with a ROTC or recruitment detachment, I don't know how you would get this zip code. I don't think there are any Army, Air Force, or any military bases near this zip code. Same thing with San Francisco. I know Travis Air Force Base is pretty close, but once again, you could be in a recruitment or an ROTC detachment, and you might actually have the San Francisco zip code for BAH. So for the single captain, we'll just say Captain Planet. He's at 4 years, stationed in Pennsylvania. His base pay is $5,847, BAH $936, BAS $257. Add those three together, and he is making $7,040 a month, or $84,480 a year. Our other example, we'll just say Captain America. He is married at the 8-year mark, stationed in San Francisco. Base pay is $6,435, BAH $4,845, BAS is the same, $257. He's making $11,537 a month, or $138,444 a year. So for these two examples, I kind of wanted to just give the opposite extremes. On the low end, a captain in the military is probably making $84,480 a year. On the high end, $138,000. But once again, not many people have that San Francisco zip code. There are a lot of BAH rates in, for example, LA Air Force Base, LA County, or the New England area that are pretty high. But the standard of living, the cost of living in those areas is much higher than where I am stationed in North Dakota. Let's now run the numbers for how much I'm making as a captain in the Air Force right now. I am currently single at the 4-year mark, stationed at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. My base pay is $5,847. BAH is $1,467. BAS $257. And I actually earn something called alert pay. Because I'm a missileer, this special AFSC receives $300 a month. It's because I spend about 16 days a month in the missile field, and I sleep underground 8 nights a month. Total pay, $7,871 a month, or about $94,452 for the year. That's pretty good. I can't deny that. For basically a 4-year degree and then 4 years worth of work experience, to be making $94,000, I probably am in the top 1% of income earners in America. Maybe I'm overestimating how much people make, but I feel like for my cost of living, for the pay that I'm receiving, I am doing fantastic. And to put that pay in context, it's really important to factor in how much you pay in taxes and then your monthly expenses. So let's go ahead and run the math. For my pay of $7,800 a month, only $6,147 of it is taxable. BAH and BAS is not taxable. So I'm paying on the taxable portion 6.2% for Social Security, 1.45% for Medicare. So $382 for Social Security, $90 for Medicare. I'm then paying $29 a month for SGLI, which is the military's life insurance policy. I'm currently contributing about 20% of my base pay to my Roth TSP. This is the government's 401k retirement account. I highly recommend you take advantage of this. And in federal taxes, you can just kind of guesstimate that I'll probably be paying around 15%, so that's $922. And then I claim a state that does not tax military income, so I'm paying $0 for state income tax. My monthly income left over is $5,219. For my monthly expenses, my rent is $1,026. I'm maxing out my Roth IRA every year. $6,000 a year comes out to be $500 a month. I pay $60 a month in car insurance and renter's insurance. My car is currently paid off, so I don't have a car payment. I pay $40 a month for my phone, about $120 for utilities for my apartment, $100 a month roughly on gas, and then $300 a month on groceries. So the final amount that I have after taxes and personal expenses is about $3,000. And that is my play money. That is my money to either spend or save and invest. And if you've gathered from this channel, I'm trying to save and invest as much as I can right now. In no way am I trying to sell you in this video on joining the military for the pay and benefits. This job is not something you should do just for the money. You have to believe in the mission and like what you do. But there are a lot of benefits to the military, financial benefits, beyond just your pay. And this goes for both officers and enlisted. The first one being that if you're in the blended retirement system, you get a 5% matching on any contributions you make to your TSP. I'm actually in the old legacy system. I didn't opt into the new BRS. I wish I had. But anyone who joins today is automatically in the blended retirement system. So they're getting an extra 5% of their base pay into their retirement account, assuming they contribute themselves. For me, or for a captain, that would be an extra $293 a month. That's just tax-free income going into your retirement account that you'll see when you turn 60 someday. Next benefit is tuition assistance. If you don't have a degree and you want to earn one, or you're an officer, you have a bachelor's and you want to earn a master's, you can receive tuition assistant payments to take classes while you serve. This is a fantastic benefit. It's $250 a credit, so $750 for me for a 3-credit class. I have already done this 6 times, so 6 times $750. Once again, free money that the military is giving me to educate myself, to get a master's degree. So this is a great benefit. Addition, I don't pay personal health insurance. If you're a family with a spouse and several children, this could be a savings of thousands of dollars a month potentially. As a single dude who doesn't go to the doctor very often, I'll just value this at around $300 a month. Additionally, once again, I mentioned this before, but for your BAH and BAS, you don't pay Social Security, Medicare, or federal or state income tax on that money. That is actually a huge savings, a gift that the government is giving you. And I think the value of that is close to $500 a month in tax savings, that if you had a 6-figure job in the private sector at Google or as a contractor, you're not getting that tax savings. Likewise, if you shop on base at the commissary or the BX, you're not paying sales tax. That could potentially be another $50 in savings a month. You can also use the base gym. You're not paying for gym membership. That's another $20 a month. And then there's the GI Bill, which is not quantifiable. The GI Bill is so fantastic that if you do a 4-year enlistment or a 4-year, if you go through OTS and you do a 4-year service as an officer, the GI Bill can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if you go to an Ivy League school. Additionally, all time in service, you are building towards that pension. You have to make it 20 years to actually collect the pension. But you can basically think of, your time in service, you're working towards that ultimate payout of whatever the pension is worth. I calculated what the military pension would be for me over my lifetime if I were to make it 20 years, and it's like $4.5 million. So you can spread that payment that you would receive in retirement over your length of service and say, I'm making this money for later. Additionally, there are lots of services on base like childcare, counseling services, and legal services that are discounted or free that you can take advantage of once you're in the military. There's definitely a monetary value to those that you're saving that you wouldn't have in the private sector. Okay guys, that's kind of what I wanted to cover in this video, just going over the numbers. Once again, having a budget, planning your finances, thinking about and being able to discuss someone how much you make and what your saving and investing goals are. This is really important stuff. And this is stuff in our society I feel like that people are not comfortable with. They're not competent at. And once again, doing my part on this channel to just raise awareness and help people intelligently talk about their finances. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's good. In addition, if you have any comments or questions about my salary or my budget, leave me one down below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. I talk a lot about finance and investing. And until the next video, take care.